Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Polyathletics, and today we're making a tier list about what anime inspire you the most. Whether that be physically, psychologically, morally, that sort of stuff. This is what the tier list is going to be about. It's going to be about what inspires you the most. There's going to be a bias towards anime that inspire you to work out, considering this is a fitness channel. If you want, I don't know, a more philosophical one, what animes have inspired you to become, I don't know, to think of the world differently or something like that, then I don't know, probably another video for another YouTube channel. Another YouTube channel that is more philosophically inclined. Okay, well, yeah, anyways, got that out of the way. It's going to be mostly about fitness in the sense of physical fitness, what animes inspire you to work out. Although, there will be some, Dr. Stone is here. That doesn't inspire me to work out, but inspires me in different ways. Let's get into it. First anime here, we have Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, I'll put it in C tier, honestly. Okay, C tier is like, okay, I'm inspired to work like sometimes, but it's not really like a show that I would really use to, I don't know, as like pre-workout for the gym or anything like that. Attack on Titan, I think there's, what's his face? Erwin's speech. That was really epic. Inspiring all his soldiers to go out and fight against the Beast Titan. That was probably the most hype moment of, I think, the entire show. To this day, maybe Reiner and the other guys reveal. But it doesn't really inspire me to work out like that. So Attack on Titan C tier. Is that a controversial pick? Maybe you're inspired by the concept of humans valiantly valiantly combating the forces of the Titans, and that like inspires you to go work out or become a better person or I don't know, something like that. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, Avatar is, it's not an anime by a lot of people's standards, but I just thought I'd put it in there anyway since it's a show that is anime adjacent enough to qualify it. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender. What is in here? Iroh, he has some pretty good philosophies that might inspire you to become a better person in some way. And Iroh got buff at some point, and he was training, doing a bunch of sit-ups and one-arm push-ups and handstand push-ups, and that was pretty epic. So I'm putting it in C tier. Still somewhat motivational to go work out, but it's not like it's going to really change anything. Also, when shows have martial arts, it inspires me more to work out because that's like a more tangible, it's like a more tangible manifestation of hard work and elegance and human, not physique, but human excellence in a sense. It's like an art form, right? So yeah, C tier. Baki here. This one's an easy S tier. Baki, you just get a pump just watching the show. The show is just absolutely ridiculous. It toes the line of what is reality and what is fake. And because it's just enough attached to reality, you can sort of relate to it. But obviously it's done in such a ridiculous way. And that really inspires me personally to go out and work out and to become the best version of myself. That's why Baki is really popular on TikTok and stuff, like the self-improvement community, on the fitness community on TikTok. It's basically the modern day Dragon Ball as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it also has a bunch of buff characters fighting all the time, and when there's buff characters there, it really inspires you to work out because it's like, okay, this is this is a goal that I can strive for, even if you can't actually get there, but it's the idea of pushing yourself towards that goal is what's important. There's the saying that, if you aim for the stars, if you aim for the moon, if you land among the stars, you're still doing great. Something like that. I forget the exact quote. But, yeah. Baki, definitely, I'd put it up in S tier. I don't think that's too controversial. Berserk here, I haven't actually seen Berserk. I've watched the first, 3 or 4 episodes of the 99 anime. And, I don't know, I wasn't, that interested in it. I'll probably check it out another time and try and get into it. But, as for now, Berserk, I'm gonna put it in, just haven't seen. Black Clover now. Black Clover, I'm gonna put in S tier personally. Yeah, Black Clover, just Asta, he's like the one actual underdog protagonist as far as I'm concerned. Every other protagonist eventually becomes like I don't know. He just was a parent of a normal mom, and the mom just so happened to not have any magic, and then she was around this devil thing, and then that had Asta, and she had Asta, but it's not even like Asta was destined to get that grimoire or anything. The grimoire chose Asta. So, Asta also just works way harder than everyone else. He has to work 12 times harder to get 1% as far as people. So he's just absolutely 100% motivation. he goes absolutely ballistic. Even when he like loses both of his arms and he can't heal them, he just like screams out and says, "I don't care about destiny, fate, any of this stuff. I'm gonna work my tail off. I'm gonna become the best. I'm gonna become the Wizard King without any hands." Like this guy goes hard. He goes absolutely ballistic, and I love him. Black Clover, Asta specifically, is like the most motivational character in anime, period, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, Asta, Black Clover, S tier. For sure. Bleach, I haven't seen Bleach in a long time. I'm tempted to put it like in C tier since I wasn't ever really motivated by it when I watched it back when I was like 16, and I was born in 2000, right? So back when I was 16, I was 2016. I think I watched it even earlier than that, like 2014 or something like that. I probably watched it when I was 14 years old. I haven't seen an episode of it since then. I don't really remember the story. I'm gonna put in haven't seen yet. Next up here we have Blue Lock. I'm gonna put Blue Lock in. I mean, arguably it's S tier. Could be S tier. If there was like a tier between A and S tier, I'd put it there. But I'm just gonna put it in A tier, not to just to. I guess I'll have to clutter up the S tier. I'm sure some other anime might be S tier. I'll put an S tier. Yeah. Blue Lock, it's absolutely amazing. Blue Lock, the motto of Blue Lock is just succeed or die. Every character in the show plays, or a lot of characters in the show plays, if they do not succeed in this, then they will die. That's the kind of fervor, the kind of strength that they have, strength of character that they have in the show, and it's absolutely amazing. They just have a completely, just a voracious appetite and desire to win. What separates Blue Lock from a lot of shows is that it actually uses real life concepts. It uses concepts like spatial awareness, like flow states, like getting in the zone, killer instinct, the monster. All that stuff is actually real. They're actually real things that exist in the real world, and they uses that in the show, and it actually explains them very accurately. Obviously, in a bit of an exaggerated way, since this is anime, with a lot of visual metaphors and motifs, and slowing things down to like 1% speed to highlight every little detail and every modicum of thought people have. But still, it is great. I love the show. I also love how they use all the characters in the show. Like, all the characters are just completely egotistical, right? They just don't care about their teammates unless the teammates will help them win. But they're very quick to just be like, "Oh, you're not my teammate anymore? We played like 6 games together, but you're not my teammate anymore? Oh yeah, screw you. I'm gonna fight you." Not fight you, of course. They're playing soccer, but yeah, that kind of attitude of just like understanding where people are, where they should be, and then just being able to quickly move on from that as it to focus mostly on your goal. It is something that I think is really interesting. Although there's no like bodybuilders in the show, there's no like people with massive physiques in the show because it's supposed to be like a show that's grounded in reality. So I'm gonna put it in. I can't like put it at the top of S tier. I'll just put it in the middle of S tier, I suppose. Next up here is Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, B or C tier? Maybe I'll put it in. Yeah, I'll put it in B tier. Demon Slayer is. I don't think it's like the most motivational show, but I think it has like, some kind of understated motivational qualities to it. The music is always really hype. I love just in the opening in general. I love the season 2 opening, especially. I listen to that at the gym sometimes. It's or like the OST generally speaking, just really motivational. And every character, it's like it's like a David and Goliath sort of sequence where the demon that they had to fight is just so overwhelmingly powerful, and they had to not come up with all these crazy strategies. Next is Dr. Stone. I'm gonna put that also in B tier. Dr. Stone is a show that just makes me appreciate humanity and how much we've discovered about this world and how much we have been able to use the material of this world to help us in day-to-day lives. We just see the characters there in the Stone Age where they don't have anything, and I forget his name. I think it's Senku. He is a genius with an IQ of 250, and he knows everything there is to know about science. And he introduces the world of Stone Ages to modern technology, and we can just see how modern technology has helped us so much. And I just think that's very inspirational to me. It makes me appreciate the developments of humanity and science and technology. But yeah, it doesn't inspire me to work out or anything like that. It just makes me appreciate the science. I'm not very scientifically inclined though. I know enough to like get by and like to impress people sometimes, but I am not very scientifically inclined. Next up here is Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z goes in easy S, probably top of S tier to be honest. No other anime has inspired people to work out as much as Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's not even remotely close as far as I'm concerned. Dragon Ball Z just has a bunch. Like, you see a bunch of characters work out. You see Goku train all the time. You see Vegeta train all the time. You see Gohan train as well. It's just really, it's really great to see all that. And then Goku's also just buff. And then they have a very cool fighting style in the show. They use like martial arts, and I've talked about that before. Where martial arts helps to invigorate you more, since it's another demonstration of human excellence in a unique way, of course. The epic transformations as well. Transformations, seeing them visually transform like that is from training and becoming stronger, from a direct cause of training and becoming stronger, is very invigorating as well. It's like a it's like the embodiment of self-improvement, that you see yourself visually change from your training. Also, the theme of the show in general is just about always looking for the next opponent, always training for something greater. And that sort of ethos, that sort of idea is very good for self-improvement. It's very good for self-improvement. So Dragon Ball Z, S tier for sure. Next is Haikyuu. I'm going to put that in, I've seen like 10 episodes of it actually. I'll put it in haven't seen. I've only seen like 10 episodes of it. So Haikyuu, haven't seen tier. Hajime no Ippo, I'll put it in A tier. I've seen about 40 episodes of it. I kind of forget why I stopped watching it. I think I was like in high school. I was like 17 or 16 or something like that. And I just got busy with tests and I just stopped watching it. I remember I binged like 40 episodes one time. Up until the episode where he fights this guy with like some sort of weird snake hand. Anyways, I don't remember much of the show, but it's about boxing, and it is, you see him train and learn all these new boxing techniques all the time. You see him rise up from, being a little kid to being one of the best boxers in his region. And it's really great to see, so I'll put it in A tier. That is, A tier. Hunter x Hunter. Next up is Hunter x Hunter. Personally, I find Hunter x Hunter to be a bit like into B tier, maybe A tier, but can I reasonably justify that? If someone's gonna look at this tier list, they're gonna think I'm crazy if I put it in like B. If I put it in A tier, I'll put it in, I don't know. I'll put it in between like C and B tier. I put it like top of C tier, between C and B tier. Now, a lot of stuff in Hunter x Hunter isn't like directly motivational, but I don't know. I thought like Gon and Killua learning how to use Nen and then just like seeing them develop as child prodigies was really inspirational to me. Like, they're competing against all these adults. I need to compete against people above my age group as well. That's sort of what I was thinking. And also, Netero's entire existence is just really cool. And if you don't love Netero, and if Netero doesn't inspire you to get better, to develop your mind and your body, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe this is some bias, I guess, since Hunter x Hunter is like my favorite anime. Or One Piece is probably my favorite anime. But yeah, I don't know. Seeing them use their big brain techniques and seeing them fight against these adults as child prodigies, I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. And Greed Island, they train as well a bit. Although it's not like a major focus, seeing them train all the time. But there's some episodes where they do some training stuff there. So yeah. Next is JJK. B tier, A tiers. I don't know. I never really got that big into JJK. I remember watching it. I remember like vaguely liking it, but I don't remember what really happened. Should I put in? I won't put it in haven't seen because I actually have seen it. But whoops. But I don't know. Didn't really motivate me all too much. I don't know. Here. Maybe if someone's read the manga, they'll tell me otherwise. I've only watched the anime, so. Anyways, Mob Psycho 100 is going A tier for sure. I made a whole video on Mob Psycho 100 if you want to watch that. But it's the whole show is just literally self-improvement, the show. It's about Mob trying to learn to become a more complete human. And he works out with a bunch of workout, with a bunch of exercise chads. And yeah, absolutely stellar show. Probably my top 3 favorite anime behind Hunter x Hunter and One Piece, personally. My Hero Academia, I'm going to put it in B tier. If this was My Hero Academia back in like season 1, season 2, and even in season 3, I'd probably put it in like A tier. Because, especially season 1 where Deku like trains for 10 months to learn how to just control All Might's power. That was pretty cool. In season 6, I haven't read the manga, just so you know, but season 6 right now, he just like he went from like being relative to Bakugo and Todoroki to being like stronger than all of Class 1 in like half a season. He's unlocked like 6 different quirks at once. He unlocked like smoke screen, then he unlocked like the kinetic energy storage one, and then he unlocked probably some other ones too, I forget. But yeah, he just got stupid powerful, and he's way stronger than basically everyone that's not like Endeavor and some other people. And he didn't really like work for it. Like the other seasons, you see him like slowly progress and like work to find creative ways to use his power, and then become stronger. And he's able to use 5% at first, he's able to use 8% later. It was really great, but now it's not really. I should say I still like the show. My Hero Academia, I still think it's a great show. Season 6 is one of the best shows, one of the best seasons in the show as far as I'm concerned. But in terms of its motivation to get me to work out, nowhere near as high as it used to, so it's going to go into B tier. Naruto is going to go to A tier. Naruto is an absolutely fantastic show. I love that show, and it very much inspired me to work out. It's just Naruto. You see Naruto training all the time. He's always either training for, training for the Rasengan, training for the Rasen Shuriken. And then of course we have Rock Lee versus Gaara. That's probably the best fight in the entire. I still hold the position that Rock Lee versus Gaara is the best fight in the entire show. I've watched the original Naruto twice. I've watched Shippuden once, and yeah, it's just an absolutely stellar fight. Part 1 Naruto, I would say, might even be an S tier, but I'm gonna put it in A tier since later on Naruto wasn't really about working hard as much. I mean, arguably Naruto was never actually about hard work beating talent, but actually I would say Naruto actually was never about hard work being more important than talent, because Rock Lee lost to Gaara. But Naruto had like the undertones of hard work being a significant thing in Part 1 and in the beginning of Shippuden up until about the end of the war arc. So yeah, definitely Naruto. It used to be like an S tier, but I'm gonna put it in A tier now because that is kind of where the show went off later on. I haven't watched Boruto, by the way. I've only watched Naruto up to Naruto Shippuden. Next up here we have One Piece. One Piece, I'm gonna put it in B tier, probably top of. Let me reorder this actually. Yeah, it looks about right. One Piece here. One Piece is absolutely amazing. It's a great show, but I don't know if it's like really a motivational show, because you don't see the characters train all the time. You don't see like training and becoming like hard work isn't really a theme in the show or anything like that. It's about fighting for your dreams and being tenacious and just striving for freedom. That sort of stuff is the actual theme of the show. There isn't even like an undercurrent of hard work being a major theme of the show. It's just hard work being a major theme of Zoro and a major theme of Luffy for a bit. Although Luffy not really, it's more about freedom. But you know, in the beginning of Wano was a lot about him working to get new hockey. During the time skip he trained for 2 years, obviously. But I think what One Piece really does is that you see demonstrations of hard work and determination. Not in a training sense, but in like just a tenacity sense. In that these characters, like Luffy climbs up holding Sanji in his mouth to climb up this mountain to hopefully get Nami some treatment. And then when he's there, he's like, yeah, don't treat me, even though I'm bloodied up and a complete mess. Treat my crewmates. And that was pretty great. That sort of stuff is really what motivates me in One Piece, but it's not the specific, the training or anything like that. So I can't reasonably put it much higher than all these other shows where you see them train all the time, and hard work is a major part of the show, but you see demonstrations of hard work in the show. So I think it's reasonable to put it in B tier. One Punch Man here, depending on who you ask, really, One Punch Man could be like a C tier, but it could be also like an A tier. Because, you know, the whole 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 10-kilometer run, that sort of stuff, that's inspired a lot of people to work out, considering it's just reasonable enough of a workout that you could reasonably do. But it's also like, I don't know, it's kind of a meme, I guess. So I don't know. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I can't put it in A tier. Like, come on, saying that One Punch Man has motivated me to work out as much as Naruto, Mob Psycho, and Hajime no Ippo. I mean, again, because the meme workout seems so realistic for people, that it's inspired people to work out. So like if it were me personally, what's inspired me to work out, I put it in C tier. But since it's helped so many other people, I gotta like put some respect on it. I'll put in at the bottom of B tier. And that's gonna be the list. Yeah, so Dragon Ball, Baki, Black Clover, and Blue Lock I consider to be the most motivational anime. I think that's pretty accurate. And maybe I put Mob Psycho above Hajime no Ippo. Personally, yeah, I think I put that, yeah. This looks like a good list to me. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all next time. Alright, peace.